Hey everyone, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories and experiences that hit close to home. I never imagined a simple company event could shake everything between me and my wife. I had always admired Claire. Her confidence, her charm, the playful way she carried herself. That night was our first corporate gathering since she started her new job. I thought it would be just a fun, casual evening. Meeting her colleagues, listening to a few speeches, sharing dinner, maybe enduring a couple of awkward dance moves on my part. Fireworks weren't on my mind, but what happened next completely took me off guard. The room was alive with chatter, laughter bouncing off the polished walls. I held Claire's hand, squeezing gently, trying to calm my nerves. She looked stunning as always, in a simple emerald dress that made her eyes sparkle with that familiar mischievous glint. I sensed the little thrill she always got when excited about something, that flutter that lit her from within. But as the evening progressed, I started noticing something that didn't sit right. Across the room, I saw her laughing a little too closely with her boss, a man named Garrett, tall, impeccably dressed, with a charisma that naturally drew people in. First, I brushed it off. Claire had always been warm and friendly, but the way Garrett laughed at even the smallest joke, the subtle lingering of her hand on his arm, something about it twisted inside me. A quiet sting of jealousy crept in, sneaky and unwelcome. I tried to shake it off, diving into small talk with her colleagues, complimenting the catering, even pretending to enjoy the awkward icebreaker games. But every time I glanced back at Claire, the image haunted me, her leaning in, smiling, her eyes lighting up in a way that wasn't meant for me. My chest tightened. My stomach went cold. Finally, after what felt like hours, we walked past the bar, and I leaned closer, keeping my voice low, casual. "Claire, can I ask you something?" She turned toward me with her usual playful grin. "Of course, love. What is it?" I paused, careful with my words. I didn't want to accuse her in front of everyone. I simply asked, "When you look at him, do you still see me?" Her smile faltered instantly. The sparkle in her eyes disappeared, like a candle blown out. For a split second I saw it, confusion, guilt, and something else I couldn't quite name. Her hand slid from his arm. She didn't answer right away, just stared at me, lips parting slightly as if searching for words that wouldn't come. I let the silence hang, standing steady, letting the weight of my question settle between us. Around us, the laughter and music continued, oblivious to the moment that had frozen us in place. Finally, she shook her head, a nervous laugh escaping her. I didn't mean anything, Evan. Really. I kept my voice calm, softer than usual. Then why did it look like you were leaning in, laughing at things I wouldn't even find funny? Her eyes dropped, cheeks flushing. I could see her wrestling with herself, trying to reconcile that moment with the woman she always presented. After a pause, she whispered, "It's just work, Garrett. He's easy to talk to." I nodded slowly, though the ache in my chest remained. "I get that," I said. "But you know where the line is between friendly and flirty. That's all I'm asking." I noticed, and it hurt. "I need to know we're still on the same side." Her fingers found mine again, gripping tightly, almost desperately. "Evan, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how it looked. I wasn't thinking." We moved to a quieter corner, away from the crowd. The music still pulsed softly in the background, but it was less intrusive. I really watched her then, and I saw the genuine remorse in her eyes, the flicker of realization that she had crossed an invisible boundary. That moment wasn't about punishment. It was about honesty, about holding space for truth in a relationship that mattered far more than a single evening. For the rest of the night we stayed close, speaking quietly, sharing soft laughs where we could. No dramatic scenes, no shouting. Just a careful, slow rebuilding of trust. And though the initial sting lingered like a shadow at the edge of my heart, it also reminded me why I loved her. Love isn't fireworks every night. Sometimes it's these quiet moments, the conversations that feel uncomfortable but transform you, the questions that test your bond and make it stronger. By the time we drove home, I glanced at Claire in the rearview mirror. She looked thoughtful, a little sheepish but open. I realized then that the real magic of our relationship wasn't in perfect smiles or public laughter, but in how we managed the private fractures, the cracks that could have become chasms. That single question had changed the evening and us. It reminded both of us that no one else's attention could outweigh the commitment we owed each other. Walking through our front door, I no longer felt the cold weight of suspicion. I felt clarity, a quiet, thrilling relief. Temptation might exist, subtle, persistent, unavoidable, but it could never replace the life we were building together. And in the soft glow of our living room, our eyes met and we smiled. Not the playful grin she wore earlier, but a quiet, deliberate acknowledgement of us. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't dramatic. But it was ours, and I knew that was worth far more than any fleeting sparkle on someone else's arm.